Dave Portnoy and Mincy. Dave Portnoy fired his longtime buddy. I say buddy, but it was really more of like a guy they just teased and kind of bullied and treated like shit. This guy Mincy, who was kind of a fat, baby-faced, blonde guy who would do wacky shit for Barstool, kind of a stunt boy vibe.
Okay.
With this Mincy, and he would do a show for Barstool, and he would tape it. And they always gave him shit for taping it. Why don't you live stream? Why don't you do your show live? You got to do your show live. Don't be taping it, you fucking pussy. Well, he decided to do one live this week. I think on Monday.
He went for it.
When Mincy did his show on Monday, I'm going to see if we can find, shouldn't be hard to find the clip here. When Mincy decided to do a live show on Monday, they had him reading rap lyrics from his phone. And Mincy did the following.
Get some yayo, double up, nigga. What you need. Get some.
You can see immediately when he said it that
his face,
panicked. Yeah.
Get some yayo, double up, nigga.
He was looking off like, oh, shit.
He just went, oh, shit.
Did I just say that? I think I said it.
Literally, Mincy's first live stream that Dave and his team kind of half bullied him into, he fucked it up. He, as they say, he bottle fucked it. Well, now what ended up happening was yesterday we have Dave Portnoy calling one of his gay-ass emergency press conferences. You know what I've been saying the last few days? Like, boy, I just don't hear about Barstool as much as I used to.
Right, yeah.
I don't really hear much about Barstool or, Dave Portnoy. You used to hear of them, even in the peripheral.
Right.
You used to hear about them once a week, once a month, somewhere around there.
Even if it's just on Twitter, you heard they did something.
Yeah. Now, I really don't hear much about Barstool or about Dave Portnoy. So, Dave Portnoy had to call an emergency press conference because Ben Mintz, or Mincy, they'd made a decision on him. Let's go ahead and play this clip from Dave Portnoy, and I will get incensed and enraged, and hopefully you will too.
Okay, emergency press conference time. Bad news. This sucks. So today we had to fire Ben Mintz, the artist.
Stop. No, you didn't. You made it. I hate this had to shit. Look, you had to fire Ben Mincy if he got charged with SA or a murder. Okay?
Right.
Then you have to fire him. I get it. He's hurt somebody. He's done a terrible thing.
He's doing drugs on your live stream.
There's nothing you can do. Had to fire him. No, you didn't. You made a choice. And he's going to tell you what the choice is here in a little bit. And I don't think Dave Portnoy regrets his choice. He's going to do this thing where he tries to play this as, oh, poor Mincy. Or, well, then don't fire poor Mincy.
But my hands were tied.
He's going to try and make that excuse.
Artist formerly known as Ben Mintz. It stems from his wake up with Mincy. Ironically, finally got to do him live. And he was rapping lyrics to a rap song, reading the words off his phone. And he rapped a racial slur. He turned white as a ghost. You could tell instantly. He's like, oh my God, what did I do? It's like a Ron Burgundy moment. He read it. He knew he fucked up. He's been super apologetic, like in shambles, basically.
So in the first 40 seconds of this video, Dave Portnoy lays out the case exactly of why this Mincy shouldn't be fired.
Right, you said he felt bad. He was clearly ashamed and embarrassed instantly.
He's ashamed. He's embarrassed. He felt terrible. He turned white as a ghost. He's been apologetic endlessly for the past 48 hours. Okay, then what are we talking to each other for? We're done. We're done here.
Wash your hands of it. Move on.
Good luck next week, Mincy. We'll be on tape.
Yeah, maybe just don't read rap lyrics.
We're not going to be live next week. We're going to have Mincy recorded forever and ever and ever, and we're going to keep Ben Mintz on the platform. Now, remember, if the name Mincy sounds familiar to you and you're not a Barstool fan, this is the same Mincy who tweeted out some of Alex Stein's stuff and said, oh, he's really funny. I've known Alex for a long time. I think they went to school together or something. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I really like Mincy, or I really like Alex Stein. He does really good stuff. And Dave Portnoy like publicly fucking bullied the kid for just complimenting Alex Stein because Dave Portnoy is so butthurt about Alex Stein busting his balls.
Does not like him.
Doesn't like Alex Stein. Almost fired Mincy for that. Like basically made the guy beg for his job.
He does
on social media.
He seems like the type of man who would fire someone just because I don't like that shirt you're wearing today.
Right.
And I don't like that.
So Dave almost fired him for the Alex Stein thing. Now he's explaining in the first 40 seconds, Mincy said the N-word. It was on a live stream. He was reading rap lyrics. He went white as a ghost. He felt terrible. He's been nothing but apologetic. He just screwed up. It happens. But he's fired. He's gone. Why? That seems like a contradiction. You just read out exactly why this guy should be allowed to keep working for you and make a living. Now you fire the guy. He has to tell people at every job he tries to get why he got fired from his last job.
Yep.
That's going to fuck him up forever.
Yes,
Dave.
it will. But Dave's going to sit here and say, well, not my choice. My hands were tied.
Okay.
You know.
Then you can't be the big badass pirate man of sports talk and sports podcasting anymore, Dave. I'm tired of this horse shit where people see this guy as some kind of free speech hero or see this guy as some kind of man's man. Everyone at Barstool is just kind of a weird douchey guy, but he talks about sports, so that's supposed to elevate his masculinity.
You're a man's man.
No, you guys aren't. You guys are just kind of smarmy dicks and with pseudo-sarcastic takes on sports. And when it comes time to really be a man, Hogan, when it comes time to actually, stand for something and actually be Mr. Free Speech, Mr. Pirate Ship, you bottle fucked it, Dave. You took a bottle, you shoved it right up your ass, you bottle fucked the whole situation. And you want to have it both ways. You want to sell out, you want to have your hundreds of millions of dollars, which I say great.
Fine, we all want that,
Good. Right. But now you're a businessman, Davey boy. You're not Dave Portnoy, badass, anti-establishment. You can't sell to the establishment and then say you're anti-establishment. You are the man now, Dave.
You got to put that suit on.
Right. You are the man. You can wear the T-shirt. You can sit there. You can wear your Boston Red Sox hat slightly tilted as if that's not calculated. And you can swear up and down to people, I'm the same Dave. No, you're not. You've changed, and that's okay. You became successful. You made a shitload of money. You're a different guy now than you were then. That's fine. But I don't like this fucking burning the candle at both ends shit.
No.
I don't like the I'm cool Dave. Dave Portnoy is going to say in this video, and we'll watch it. I'm sorry. I'm heated about this.
People like this. Sorry.
He's going to say in this video, if it were up to me, I wouldn't fire Mincy. Then shut the fuck up and let's have the guy who's in charge make the statement. I don't want to hear from lackey Dave Portnoy.
I agree. And if you didn't want the guy fired, go stand up for him.
Yeah. If a McDonald's guy got fired back in the 70s, I don't want to hear from Fred Turner. I want to hear from Ray Kroc. Dave, you can't make decisions anymore. You're not in charge. I want to talk to the guy in charge about Mincy. I'm upset that he got let go. I don't want to hear from you, Dave. There's nothing you can do. Dave Portnoy, you're customer service at this point. I don't want to talk to you. Let me talk to your manager so I can talk about this Mincy thing with somebody who actually has some weight in this fucking company. I don't like that this guy gets to play renegade and play Mr. Barstool when he has about as much control over Barstool at this point as I do.
What I don't like about this is that he is at least the face of Barstool, though. Like, when people hear Barstool, they only think of Dave Portnoy, in my opinion. And so to me, that says you still have a little bit of say or pull because you are the guy. You might not own it anymore, but you won't go to bat for your guy that you're putting this video out and saying you feel so sorry for.
Yeah.
You won't go put a video out there saying, hey, look, I don't think he should be fired. Don't put a video out saying like, oh no, I'm so sorry, this sucks, blah, 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 and say, no, I disagree with this.
Yeah.
Let's
see where he goes from here. So he's now laid out what Mincy did.
And I think anybody who watched the clip was like, there's no way he meant to do that. He's just not the brightest bulb to ever come down the pipe. And he just screwed up, and he knew he screwed up. And there was no hatred behind it, no nothing. Still awful, but not in my wildest dreams that I think I'd be sitting here being like, we had to fire Ben Mintz. Penn felt differently. And
Penn Gillette should not have an opinion in whether or not Ben Mintz has I'm just kidding. Penn is the gambling company that owns Barstool, if you didn't know. So he sold his company. He started his company, And when you have your upstart company, you can be a pirate. You can be a rebel. You can say, fuck you. You can't tell me what to do.
Ruffle some feathers.
We're Barstool. We're pro free speech. Don't sell to Penn and then act like you're the same guy. Because you're not. You can't go to bat. They won't even let you go to bat for your friends. They won't even let you go to bat for a guy who's been nothing but a loyal soldier to that company for years while you guys tease him and taunt him and treat him like an errand boy and a stunt boy. He has been a loyal soldier. He has been a ride or die for Barstool from day one. But the minute Penn said, excuse me, David. Yes. Guys, I've told you it's Dave. Yes, David. Do me a favor. The weird, fat, chubby kid, cut him loose. Well, it's your guys' company. You do it. No. See, we gave you a lot of money. We own the company now. We get to direct your marionette strings. Go fire the weird, chubby kid that said the N-word.
Sure.
Well, I don't agree with that. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter, Dave, if you agree with it or not. We own you.
I also hate that people get fired because something optically looks bad now. Like, we said a word. He didn't say it with, like, malicious intent towards somebody. He wasn't being nasty. He accidentally said a word, but that's so like he said, oh, it's so awful. It's not that awful. He said a word and he said he was sorry. Okay, but now we fuck up somebody's entire livelihood over it.
And also, this is really interesting.
I don't like that.
You talk about rules for thee and not for me. So Ben Mintz said the N-word in a live stream when he was reading hip hop lyrics. So Penn is not okay with that. Penn needs to really cut that off at the quick because it's a character issue that could reflect poorly on a gambling company that's heavily scrutinized. Okay. How about the fact that multiple women have accused Dave Portnoy of doing things with them sexually that they claim they do not consent to?
Oh, that's clearly not as bad as saying
no.
the
Okay.
N-word.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know that because I thought that this Ben Mintz thing was a whole reflection on Penn, bad for the company thing. I just wanted to know if they felt that same way about women accusing your lackey, your toady, Dave Portnoy, of maybe doing some things with them that weren't consensual.
Can't prove it, but you can prove that Mincy said the N-word on a stream.
Okay. Well, great.
And I'm stunned by it, and I've been fighting tooth and nail, as has Erica, as has Dan, to keep Ben and say this is the wrong decision.
But see, now that makes you look even worse. Oh, I fought like hell. I was like Crowder in there, fighting like hell. I was yelling at Penn, watch it, fucking watch it. And they still fired him. So you're a cock.
Well, I would like to believe that's true, though, because you can't be that way, though. Like, you can't say you're a cuck. If he sold his company, okay, and if he is being honest and he did fight for that guy to stay at the job and stuff and there's nothing he can do, then that's all he did.
I want him to be honest. I want him to say they can fuck my staff whenever they want to and I have to watch.
I think you'd sign up for that when you sell your company.
I cucked out to Penn. I mean, being a cuck means your partner gets fucked and you have to, in most cases, you have to watch. He's watching his guy get fucked by Penn, and against his objections, they're still doing it.
Yeah, it's not good, but you sold your company, so I think that gets to happen.
But I hate the dishonesty behind. I hate the double talk. I hate the duplicitousness of the nature of Dave Portnoy. I'm still a rebel, guys. I'm still a pirate. Get on your fucking yacht, stupid. Enjoy your millions of dollars. Drop the character. Drop the gimmick. Drop the emergency press conference. I don't want a press conference from the janitor. I want a press conference from the guy who can make decisions about Ben Mintz. You've clearly just admitted you can't make any decisions about Ben Mintz. Right. It's out of your hand. The overlords have it. So why the fuck am I talking to you?
So basically you're saying that, let's say he's being completely honest and he did do everything he can. Now that he has sold his company, he went to bat and tried to say, no, don't fire this guy. I like this guy. Don't fire him. And they fired him anyways. Okay, let's say that's all true and he did that, and that's a consequence of selling your company. They can fire your people. What else can he do for the guy?
I don't totally believe him. I'll tell you this. I think that Dave Portnoy is trying to do a cover your ass kind of a thing.
I agree with you.
I think Penn told them, and you'll see in the video, Penn told them why they had to fire Ben Mintz. Dave Portnoy agreed, but when he talks to the fans, he's going to tell them, I hate it, guys, and I think it's wrong, and I disagree with Penn on this. I don't think they should have done this, but they did. Like, it doesn't cost him anything to say that. It wouldn't surprise me if he talked with a representative from Penn before he made this video. about, hey, do you think I could play this like I didn't want it to happen?
Sure.
And then the people, the
Sure, but
fans
you guys
will
don't
respect
fire
me.
me. Don't fire me for saying that I didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
Penn operates in a world that we don't operate in it. They are highly regulated by the government.
Fuck you. Yes, you do. You sold to them. You operate in it whether you want to or not.
Yeah, that's a very contradictory statement.
Again, Dave, you're not the rebel anymore. You're not the pirate anymore. You're the man now. You work for the man. You're like all the rest of us now, except with a lot more fucking money, and congratulations. You work for the man. You know, they're like, oh, they don't live in the world we live in. No, bitch. You live in that world. See how they just took your boy, like Negan, and they just plucked him up and beat him over the head with a baseball bat, and you had to sit there and watch it, and there was nothing you could do? You're in that world whether you want to be or not.
Right. If I had a show and I sold it to Disney, I'm a Disney man now. I've got to be on the side of Disney. Okay?
Yeah, you don't get to do this thing where you're part rebel Barstool guy, but you're also owned by Penn. No. You're owned by Penn.
Government, they're issued licenses for gambling that just as easily as they're issued, they can be pulled back. And for anybody who has followed any of the states and Penn trying to get legalized and things like that, one thing's clear. A lot of people hate my guts. They fucking hate me.
This is not going to help, Dave.
Right. You've made yourself very hateable.
Yeah. And now you've made yourself hateable to the people who like you. Because this Mincy guy, it's not like he's one of these dumb pricks on Barstool who's like an arrogant chode douchebag. Mincy is this poor, lovable, sad sack, chubby kid.
Who's goofed on.
Doing a stream. He gets goofed on. He made an honest mistake, and you guys are just raking him over the coals for it. Just fucking him. And then doing another insult on his way out of going, well, I didn't want to, and I swear I fought for him. Yeah, Opie said he fought for Anthony, too. We know how that went.
Right, but then on the backside, he's also said, well, that was the best day of my life.
Look, this is Dave Portnoy. Oh, yeah, I fought for Mincy. Oh, yeah, when was the part you stopped fighting for him? Oh, as soon as they said this could affect me in any negative way. Well, then I said, well, I did what I could.
What do you do?
They hate Barstool, and they look for any lever, any excuse, anything to cause problems for us and pull the licenses.
Oh, you mean like SA allegations, which is way worse than saying the N-word on a live stream?
Totally.
You're still
By the
there.
way, saying this is contrary to popular belief, it would seem, but saying a word like the N-word doesn't physically harm anybody.
And I don't even put that under the category of saying the N-word. He read rap lyrics quickly, and he read the word.
Okay, well, let's fucking throw that aside and just say what people are seeing, and he said the N-word. It still doesn't hurt anybody.
Penn is convinced, and they've been very clear, Penn, since they took over. It's a zero tolerance policy moving forward. You can't do stuff like this.
Boy, guys, doesn't that sound like a rebel? Doesn't that sound like your free speech badass Dave Portnoy? He's using words like zero tolerance. He's using can't do that kind of stuff. Oh, man, isn't this your badass champion? Fuck you.
Zero margin for error.
Ugh. You know what you're talking like, Dave? You're talking like a suit. See, people are like, Aaron, he sold his company. That's my argument. I know when I clip this out, people are going to, Dave Portnoy fans are going to go, you don't understand. He doesn't run Barstool anymore. No. You don't understand. That's my entire argument. I don't want this bullshit from Dave Portnoy because he ain't in charge. He ain't making any decisions.
He's a character now.
I don't want Dave Portnoy insulting people's intelligence by playing this character but having no power. I don't like this Dave Portnoy where he talks a big game and he goes, yeah, I'm still the cool pirate ship guy. Yeah. But then when it comes to firing Ben Mincy, he's like, what? I don't have any power. I don't have any influence. They said there's zero tolerance. Well, that's not what a fucking pirate does, Dave.
No.
So how about you just settle in, put on a suit. I think you would stop insulting people's intelligence. If you would put on a suit, you would go to work, and you would be a Penn guy. Because that's what you are at the end of the day. I'm not blaming you, by the way, for picking Penn over Mincy. I just don't want this bullshit double talk. Say, Penn made me a multi-millionaire hundreds of times over. Fuck Mincy. If it comes down to Penn or Mincy, I'm picking Penn.
Yeah, just say if Mincy's going to be dangerous to my life, like my livelihood and my money, just say that. If Mincy is a liability to my money,
right,
get rid of him.
Yeah, so you understand what I'm talking about with the phoniness angle. I've got Mincy's back until he fucks up my money. Just say that. I just want people to be honest with me. I don't care if people are scumbags. I don't care if people are dishonest. Be an honest scumbag. Yeah. That's it.
And really, we haven't had an incident like this since they've taken over.
No, just one where all those women accused you of, doing some creepy things sexually with them. But you know what? I don't want to mention that either, Dave.
No, I do. By the way, when that was coming out, didn't he just address it by saying, y'all are jealous that I fuck, essentially?
Yeah, and those girls are liars and this and that.
He basically just says, I'm a sex guy and y'all are jealous.
Yeah.
And they believe there's a legitimate chance lots of the states would pull their licenses because of this.
Bull and shit. Hey, this fat, weird kid wrapped in a blanket in his kitchen rapped the N-word in a live stream.
And then
all these states that make money off of gambling revenue are going to pull our gambling license. Bullshit. You pull the stream off the internet. You pull the video off the internet. It barely gets seen. Yeah, a bunch of 75-year-old gambling regulators at the state level are going to go, well, Mincy, I don't know. You guys run a lucrative gambling operation, but one of your subsidiaries has a fat, half-retarded kid named Mincy, and he stumbled the N-word out once. So we're not going to let you guys do sports betting in our state.
By the way, Pearl Clutchers, I bet none of these guys say the N-word in their private life. I bet none of them rap along with rap songs.
And by the way, Dave, you bought that line from Penn, or you're shoveling that horse shit onto us. Penn saw a chance to do what every company does, trim a little something from the bottom line and make a little extra money. And I bet you Dave Portnoy was asked by Penn, do you need this Mincy guy? Like, is he an integral part of what you do? And Dave said, well, no. And they cut Mincy loose.
Not really.
Well, then we'll cut, we'll cut a bunch of money from the budget.
Bye-bye.
Penn's a billion-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company. Without their licenses, they are a $0 company. Investors, families, employees, thousands of people. They feel it's their job to protect all of this. And the only answer is to fire Ben Mintz.
See, I'm sorry.
No.
But you're casting this giant shadow of Penn's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's big and strong and rich. But you know who could bring it all down? Mincy.
You couldn't have, as Penn, you couldn't have came out, if you feel the need to address it, why not just publicly shame what he did and say, look, I don't agree with it. Let's not be saying the N-word on our live streams. It's a terrible look. I don't think anyone should do it, and he's not going to do it again. He's been reprimanded, and let's move on.
And then delete it and never talk about it
Exactly. You didn't have to fire the guy.
And I know.
Publicly shame him a little bit and call her good.
I can see the comments coming now. Point, counterpoint. Aaron, it's this. Aaron, it's that. No. I'm telling you this from a very base level. What he's saying right now, this isn't a point, counterpoint. I don't believe him. Right. He's full of shit. He's playing a character. He's trying to play. You know what happened? Mom just scolded the child and did a really harsh punishment. And now here comes dad trying to be the cool dad. But we know he's on board with the punishment. So is he really that cool of a dad?
I still disagree with it.
Oh, well.
And maybe I'm naive. I'm like, there is just no way.
No, bullshit. You're not naive. You're smarter than all the people you're talking to because you're playing one character while being a total butt boy for the company. And by the way, totally fine to be their butt boy. They paid for it. You should be. But don't try to pretend to be this guy.
His little plain white tee here and his tilty hat does become more insulting the more he talks.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Anybody can look at that clip and think the punishment fits the crime. It makes my skin crawl thinking a guy would lose their job on an innocent mistake. Yes, horrible, but clearly no intent. Clearly he's in shambles about it, instantly in shambles. It just makes my skin, it's everything I've stood against for 20 years.
Bingo.
Well, then shouldn't you be quitting or being fired for disagreeing with Penn?
Yeah, just say, I took the money.
Either say I took the money or quit your job if you don't agree with it, or they should be firing you for disagreeing with them. I don't know. Why is he not being fired for standing up for this guy if they think it's a fireable offense?
They can't lose him. That's why I'm saying Penn came to him and said, is this Mincy guy important? And Dave said no.
Right.
And they let him go. Mm-hmm. If Big Cat did this, he'd still be there. If Dave did this, he'd still be here. Dave went and said, I like Mincy. He's a nice guy. And then Penn said, do you need him? He goes, no. And they said, all right, then cut him loose. And then Dave went, I know, I'll make a video saying that this goes against everything I've ever stood for. So you let a company buy you without checking to see if you guys had any kind of shared values?
You make this video
Wow.
if you're Dave because you have a guilty conscience?
Yes.
That's really all this is.
You make this video if you're Dave because you know your fans are not going to see you as cool as you used to be, and you're going to try and front lash and get ahead of any of the people who are going to be like, dude, you really you did it. You did Mincy dirty, dude.
Because his fans and haters alike are both doing what we're doing right now, saying, like, you let this shit happen?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
And I told Penn, and I told Jay, I go, you risk alienating. You're fighting to save, the Barstool brand to use. There may be nothing left to protect if you go through this. But again, Penn's a multi-billion-dollar company. We're a small part of it. And they think the whole thing was at risk. Bottom line is this. I hate the decision. I don't agree with the decision. But it's not my decision to make. And when we sold Barstool to Penn, we knew what came with it. We knew the guard lines. We knew.
Yeah, but that's not how you pitched it to all your fans. So you're saying that you knew that they weren't going to allow any of this free speech stuff or any of this renegade rebel boy shit that you guys used to do. You knew that these were going to be, as you say, the guard lines, which is fucking stupid and not even a thing. But you knew where the line was, but you didn't tell any of your fans about that because your fans would have went, wow, you're soft, motherfucker. Wow, you guys really bitched out on this sales deal. So you're saying you knew where the lines were. You didn't tell us that this was a line.
Okay, but that would also be like insulting our intelligence. So you know there's lines when you sell out to big corporations and stuff. You know that. I just don't think he ever thought he'd be in a position where one of his guys would be fired for saying the N-word.
He thought he could take the money and still do Barstool. He's finding out you can't, and he's trying to wash his hands of it.
Yeah.
When no, motherfucker, you put this all in motion.
You couldn't do what Ben Mintz did. We knew it was a regulated industry, and we knew if somebody went beyond the guardrails after they purchased us, these decisions on how to deal with it would be Penn decisions. And it's not just Jay.
Oh, Portnoy has deleted tweets where he criticizes some gambling thing. He's deleted the tweets because Penn talks to him and goes, dude, you can't do that. You can't shit on gambling. You can't shit on sports betting. You can't do anything like that. And he's deleted tweets in the past.
Yeah,
because
you know
Penn
what?
told
You're
him
right.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit here and be fucking Mr. Renegade and Rebel. You're a suit.
Yeah, and by the way, I love Jay. I trust Jay. I think Jay and I think about the world very similarly.
Did Dave's jaw hurt after he sucked all of these different dicks and then his neck hurt? Oh, I got to suck Mincy's dick real quick. Oh, got to suck Penn and Jay's dick. Back to Mincy's dick. I don't agree with this decision. I love Jay. I think he's great. Mincy shouldn't have been fired. He really put the whole company at risk.
Head on a swivel. You're
Jesus
right.
Christ, Dave. Do you have whiplash today? He should do his next video with a neck brace on.
He really is king of he wants his cake and eat it, he wants to eat it too. Like, he can't pick a side. You have to kind of pick a side when you sell your company, I think.
And to me, I would have no problem with Dave Portnoy making this video if he just went, I sold my company. They get to call the shots. They think their licenses are in danger. Barstool will be fine without Mincy. We move on today. It was Penn's decision, and I stand with the company that bought us out. I would respect that. But this whole trying to play both sides thing, nah.
A lot of the same views on the world. So I don't think he's doing it as spite or because he has some perverted or any. I think he's doing what he has to do, and the board is doing what they have to do to protect Penn Entertainment. I still fucking disagree with it, but
that means a whole lot.
That's their decisions to make. It's their world, the regulators dealing with the states, not my world. My world's gambling. I told them, I go, if there's me and state wanted to pull the license because of this, I'd put it on blast 100-fold. And I'd be like, this is what we're...
This is why I think Dave is lying about Penn, too. Because don't most places wait until the state regulators say something about it, and then you go, well, if we can the guy, will that make this go away?
I think you're wrong about that. It's just the same as people getting fired off of shows all the time for like misspeaking or misgendering somebody, or said something tiny bit spicy. You're just gone now.
Like, people don't even like attempt to fight back now.
They don't wait.
Like, Penn doesn't go, well, let's hang on to him. Let's see what the blowback is. Let's see what the backlash is.
No.
And then if these state regulators threaten to pull our license, we'll play that card. We'll go, if we get rid of this guy, will you be okay?
Yeah, nobody waits to fight it out anymore or see what the backlash is, because the consequences can be so dire now. It's just sensitive.
Dealing with, and our crowd would rally, we'd become stronger. He said, you know what that'll do? They'll just pull the license everywhere, potentially. I hate the decision. I hate. Tried to convince it to be otherwise as much as I could. In the end, they know the risks and the downsides, and they still felt they had to make this decision, which is a bad decision for everybody involved. But from Penn's perspective, better than risking the entire livelihood of the company.
It's not a bad decision for all involved. It's a great decision for you. It's a great decision for Penn. You guys are going to be fine. By the way, the comments of this are just, they're all shitting on Dave.
Unique. I gave Ben the pass so you can hire him back.
Unique gave him the pass. He's fine.
That's funny.
Barstool is no longer yours, Dave. What an embarrassing moment for you. You are an employee now, kid. Back to the paper route. That's my position 100%. Astuli was rational and expressly loyal because of what the brand represented. It represented the 80% in the middle. Penn is now just curtailed to the 10% outlier, and what was great about Barstool is now gone. This is a bad move. He did nothing wrong ethically. Getting a gambling license pulled because a guy sang a rap lyric, that's the biggest reach I've ever seen. Good excuse, though. Yeah, right. I think that Penn saw this as a way to cut a little bottom line from Barstool. They asked Dave if he needed him. Dave said no. Bye. There you go. You can. Dave is very upset. He had to put this out.
He meant to say you can tell.
Okay. Time to boycott Barstool just like Bud Light. Moral panic. We are destroying lives over words. Stand up or keep bending over, one person says.
That is the saddest thing. You can now say it completely. Words in general, in my opinion, no matter how harsh they can be, are technically harmless. Yeah. Like, they can't physically cause harm to you.
The old give them power.
We will, yes, you are giving those words power. You are wrecking lives over them.
Viking with $5 says, so Penn cares about Mincy singing some rap lyrics, but not Portnoy choking out an Insta-thought with a telephone cord. Dave is a little hat person, though. Oh, boy. Allegedly. Am I right, Viking? $5 coming in from, oh, my God, the chat was going crazy. Cerberus with $5 says, Dave is learning the hard way, and I quote, ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Yeah, you can't be Blackbeard and then have the East India Trading Company own your ship. That's not how it works. A lot of people are chiming in on this. And we have a second Portnoy video to get to, but I want to get to some of your guys' thoughts on this. Does Dave Portnoy work for Media Matters now? That dude needs to bring the dirt out on Barstool. You know they have a lot of dirt. He's a good boy. He's a loyal guy. I don't think he would do that. Yeg says, so I'm having a hard time reading your thoughts on this. Do you like Dave? Long time no see, kids. What's going on, Yags? Good to see you, buddy.
Very good to see you.
Dave Puntgoy, they call him. Jaeger King says, Dave Portnoy is essentially a young actor for the corporate. Whoa!
Whoops.
I mean, yeah. That's my whole take on it, is Dave is putting on a minstrel show for his overlords.
I don't think he should have put this video out there. Like, just don't put one out.
If you don't think he should have put that one out there, wait until you see the second one.
There's a second one?
Yeah. So you know how he got people all riled up? He decided to then take those people who got all riled up over this video and poke them, thinking he was winning.
That's so you're whacking the hornet's nest?
What has Steel Toe proven? When you have an army of trolls and shitheads out there, you starve them of oxygen, their numbers are shit, they fall apart, they fail, and they stay little. Dave Portnoy should have done that. He should have let this whole thing go. Mincy gets fired. He doesn't even speak a word of it. Yeah, it makes you look bad. You're not standing up for your friend, but it doesn't make you look like a double-talking, hypocritical asshole who sold out his company, has no control, but still wants people to think he's the cool dad.
Yikes.
No, you're the castrated uncle is who you are. Gary Crouch needs the contact info for the VIP again if someone wants to put that up.
Yeah, somebody stick my shit in there.
Wrong Hole Rick says, who knew one YG rap lyric could bring a multi-billion-dollar company to its knees? Right.
Isn't that
total
something?
bullshit.
And like I said, absolutely, they all sing that same shit in their private lives, but once it accidentally got out into the ether and stuff.
I'm sorry, but I've said this before. He was reading a rap lyric. Black people write those songs for white kids to sing.
Yep. Clearly not hurting them super bad.
When you make a song, you want people to mimic it. You want people to sing along. If you're a black person making a rap song, you know that the majority of people who are going to listen to it, if it's really successful, are white.
It's true.
Just because of the demographics of the country. So, in essence, if you create a hit rap song, you want white people to sing along. So you can't get upset when they sing your song.
Are you saying they're baiting us into saying the N-word?
Go away, they're baiting. Marquise says, I hate the dishonesty of corporate America. This isn't even corporate America. This is a stooge for corporate America being dishonest. That's the worst part.
That's why I don't think Dave should have said anything. Because he's not the one in control. He didn't fire him.
Yeah, Dave,
Don't say anything.
Like I said about this video, you're not the guy in charge. I don't want to talk to you.
You know where you say the things that he said in that video? You say them privately to your friend who just lost his job. You say, dude, fucking sucks. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry.
If Barstool was still a private company, this is a video that Big Cat could make. One of the underling guys, one of the guys right under Dave. They could make that video. Not the guy who sold his company but still pretends like it's his so people think he looks cool. And then when it comes to making an actual decision goes, well, come on, guys. What do you expect? I sold my company. Come on.
No, I'm just saying Dave goes to Mincy in private, just face to face and says, dude, this shit sucks, but it's what happens when you sell your company. And I'm sorry.
Euclid Barrett says the fuck is a guard line. Exactly. Euclid says that's why Alex called him out. Jaeger King says Alex cucked this guy so hard he is panicking. No, Penn cucked him. They're calling it Penn 15 Entertainment. I think a different company, I believe. Somebody, where's the... Oh, shoot. Ironically, Dave has become Penn's N-word. Stevie J says, I gave him the pass. Best comment ever. That's a real friend.
That was funny.
And Eric Nagel says, and their stupid frozen cardboard pizza sucks. And you can take that to the bank. That's coming from the consumer. He says
it's true
that the frozen pizza sucks.
Stop buying the pizza, I guess, right?
There you go. Wrestling Fat Faku says, thought he was a hack all the way back when he rated pizza slices on the internet. Like, I'm going to let some little skinny chode tell me what to eat. The Fat Faku who knows all things greasy food. Attaboy.
You should take your information from him.
Dub says, yep, they did Mincy like Oswald in front of the police building.
Yeah.
He should co-host on Alex Stein's show. I was just going to say, I want Alex to see if Blaze can dig through the couch cushions and get Mincy a job.
They're just taking in everyone over there, though.
Well, and also because Alex Stein got Mincy's back when Mincy said something nice about him, and Portnoy bullied him into taking it down and begged for his job.
I do think that'd be a cool idea.
Optic Nerve says some people really need to understand that sometimes the best thing to do is keep your fucking mouth shut.
That is often the case. I do, like, the older I get, especially, like, the more I do believe, like, never say things just out of straight emotion. Wait a little bit to react. Like, a lot of older people will say, if you feel fucking angry or emotional over something, give yourself an hour. Yeah. And if you still feel like saying that thing later, okay. Jaeger King. Oh, the headline. Yeah, this was some trouble that Dave got into. Barstool Sports founder unapologetic about using racist language in comedy videos. Quote, I'm uncancelable. Wonderful. Watch, like, Barstool fans being really pissed off about this actually try to go to gambling regulators with, like, shit Portnoy's done. I'm not for that. I'm against that. That's cancel shit. But people are crazy out there, man. People can get a little nuts when they feel like they've been fucked with. And I think Barstool fans do indeed feel like they've been fucked with. So let's go ahead and check out. So Dave got all this hate for the video. And he put out another video on Twitter. And by the way, not tone deaf at all to do it on the lake where your boat is. He said, this message is to everyone calling me a sellout.
Yeah, great point. Eric says Dave also sells a line of Cape Cod yuppie beachwear.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Man. That's good.
Katie Kidney says, stop addressing shit. Just shut the fuck up. Just like when Aaron won't address him jerking off the dog. Exactly. What?
You've got some explaining to do.
I don't know anything.
I wondered why Gordy always goes to you first.
Starve it of oxygen. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Now I'm glad I yelled sellout when he was at Inky's here in Toledo rating their pizza before going to a Mud Hens game. I hope that shitbag heard me. Yeah, so Dave Portnoy then decided, and you guys can decide if this was a good idea or not. He decided to respond to the haters, which in this case, the haters means everybody who saw what he did to Mincy. This is his message to everyone calling him a sellout. I would have advised Dave Portnoy to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You did enough damage with the first video. Anytime you decide to keep talking about the thing, it's usually not going to help.
Nope. We've learned that lesson.
Take a cue from politics. When the guy who's behind yells and screams and asks for debates. The guy who's ahead just keeps on going about his business.
You stay the course.
Right.
That's it.
That's how we beat all the people that we've beaten now the last few months. They had to scream for daddy's attention. They didn't get it. Dave Portnoy is giving them daddy's attention. This is going to fuck him up.
So I get every Tom, Dick, and Harry since this Mincy thing. Be like, Prez, you're a sellout. You're a sellout. Hey, Prez, you sold out.
See, now that's a common mistake. Do the wacky voice for them. No, Dave, they're making cogent points. That you keep acting like this is still yours. Mine, I, we, I, mine. It's not yours anymore, motherfucker. It's Penn's. You just work there.
I feel like the only way you can wrap this specific video up here is saying, yeah, I am a sellout, and this is the shit that happens.
Just wait. But I don't like that he's, going with the, oh, yeah, I sold out angle. Yeah, but you don't act that way. You don't talk that way. You don't behave that way. You're still big.
You're
big
posturing.
Dick, puffy chest Dave Portnoy. But then when it comes time to be responsible for being the man, for being Mr. Barstool Sports, yeah, I sold my company, but I'm still the guy. I'm still Barstool. Okay, well, Barstool just fired Mincy. Oh, well, it wasn't my call. It was Penn who did it. I'm against it. Well, then you're not Mr. Barstool. It ain't yours. Don't get me wrong, Dave. You're the head fry cook, but you're still a fry cook.
Well, as the kids say, no toy.
Ew.
Kids haven't said that since 1992.
Oh, God, I have not heard that since, elementary school?
You would have got the shit beaten out of you if you were my age and somebody said that.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Prez, you sold out. Well, as the kids say, no toy. No fucking doy I sold out. You're just figuring that out? I started a company.
Ew.
I fucking sold it the fuck out. Made hundreds of millions, made millions for everybody who grinded in Milton.
Okay.
Yeah, we sold the fuck out, and that's what you do when you're an entrepreneur.
Are you spinning around and showing people your boats and your houses
God, I hope so.
While lashing out at people for accurately calling out that you ain't Barstool anymore?
Look, he is lashing out and angry, but at least he is saying the thing I wanted him to say. That's how I feel about this. At least you're saying, yes, I did sell out. This is what happens.
Yeah, but after you've pretended that you're the guy. Forever and ever.
I totally agree. I don't like this guy.
You start this little company, you dream one day you sell the fuck out. So no toy. Still means this decision sucks. I hate it. Makes me want to puke. But guess what? When I sold out, a couple words, a couple things is very clear. You say these things, those decisions are no longer mine. I can't protect you. You know why? Because I sold out. No fucking toy.
Can he stop saying that now? I want him fired for saying that.
Look,
that's offensive to me.
He made a key mistake. He read the comments.
Yes, stop showing people how angry you are. It's not helping.
Yeah, he read the comments, and and then he did that.
Aaron, do you know what bees and wasps do when you swat at them?
They sting you.
They sting you and swarm more.
See, when you do shit like this, you can make many small mistakes, but you can make very few big ones. This Mincy thing is a small mistake, but he's trying to turn it into a big one because every time something like this happens to Barstool, whether it's Alex Stein or it's this Mincy thing, you lose a few people.
Yeah, you do.
You don't lose a lot. It's not going to kill Barstool. Barstool's not going to be over. Hashtag RIP Barstool, anything like that. People on the internet like to get your goat, so you'll make... They say shit like that, Dave, so you make a video going, no doy.
That's fun for them.
The reason they're saying your company's dead, they don't think Barstool's going to die.
No.
They don't think Barstool's going away. They're trying to get you to make a video where you go, hey, no doy.
The reaction is really fun for them. That's
Right.
what people live for, is the reaction.
That's all they want,
They
Dave.
just, they don't need the answers or the truth or anything like that. They just need your aggression.
How can
Really?
you, like, how can you make that video? How can you have that home, that view, those boats,
And care.
and make that video?
Right.
That was 45 seconds that you weren't firing up that boat, turning on a movie or some music that you like, and taking a cruise.
Yeah.
That was
Have a
45
beer,
seconds. You can't
something.
do that.
Yeah.
People are, let's go. Oh boy. There's some of these that are really fucking brutal. He's dressed like he pulled over his 10-speed to film this. He pulled a Zumach.
That's kind of true.
Entrepreneur. Hobo Chili Recipe says, I kind of want the apocalypse to happen so people like this could see that money is not going to help them. He's dancing, and next he's going to go fiddle on the roof, says Roots Calhoun.
Do you think his neighbors heard him sitting out there yelling and
No doy.
kvetching?
Like, oh yeah, the sports guy's on coke again. Mad Max Mardigan, I went to school during the 80s and 90s. We'd have punched you in the face for saying that shit. Yeah, exactly.
What I thought.
White Rex, who the fuck says no doy? D Gulag, he has Opie and Chad vibes. A little bit.
I could see Opie saying that.
Yep, I could see Opie saying no doy. Kind of like when you guys tear into someone, but if they come at you with something offensive, you guys curl up in a ball and fucking cry. All you internet people are cringe. Oh, no way, you're so wrong. We just said, no, you win. If you're going to talk about our family, we're not going down that road. I don't think that's curling up in a ball. As you can see, we're still here. But sorry we didn't take the bait that you
That's
wanted
the
us
same
to
guy
take.
that always criticizes me or you, but whenever we have a kid's take, and he's like, oh, what about families? But then when we say our family is important to us, oh, what?
Here's the thing with no way. He wanted something out of us. He didn't get his way. We did what we wanted instead of him, and he's still upset about it. Relax, buddy. Just have some fun.
It's too bad.
Roots Calhoun says he's starting a porn company. His first film is called The Diary of Anne Stank. Now that just seems like you went out of your way for that one. Mark Stevens says, I just tried the no doy line and they didn't laugh, and now I've been shot. Oh, damn it.
I think you should give that one a try in public sometime.
No doy.
Like, oh, sir, would you like mayo on that sandwich? Well, no doy.
No doy. Yuck.
I hope they spit in your sandwich.
Well, you know what? I would hope they do too.
Right, otherwise you have to question them now.
Yeah, now I'm like, dude, I just said no doy and you didn't assault me in any way, shape, or form. What are you, gay? You go, no doy. Oh, shit. Well, there you go.
Please stop.
Let's go to NFL Lass Steins with $20. Says, April can make fun of me. We know your anus is also sunburned. Enjoy those pine cone wipes.
Absolutely.
Hashtag thank you.
I enjoy the prickles.
Thank you very much.
I'll be shameless.
Then also $25 on PayPal from Casey. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And $3.50 from Jared says, am I one of the few black people on this planet that doesn't care if someone says the N with the GA? Not like he said the N with the ER. Also, may the 4th be with you, Aaron and April. God.
And also with you, sir.
Oh, there we go. Let's knock 25 off of there. Let's knock 30 off of there.
Thanks, guys.
Because Wayne Chambers with $5 says, when growing up, I didn't dream about building something just to sell it. I wanted to be the next best thing. Look, I actually, aside from the no doy thing, and the fact that he only did that because he got trolled into doing it.
Yeah.
I agree with the sentiment. He should have said that at first. When you start, look, guys, he should have calmly explained in the first video, look, guys, when you sell your company for a lot of money, you don't control it anymore. Barstool isn't mine. I'm sorry if I gave you the impression that it was. I work for Penn. I take my marching orders, and Mincy had to go, and there was nothing I could do to save him. There you go. But instead, he tried to do that playing both sides thing where he's like, I love Mincy. He's so great. And
Yeah.
Barstool stands for this and that. No. You don't get to say what Barstool stands for anymore.
Being a fence sitter isn't going to help you out
No.
in these cases.
Not in these cases.
I don't know if being a fence sitter ever really helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not in the end.
I think when it's not, and I think being a fence sitter helps when it's none of your fucking business.
That's fine, sure.
I always say this about my friends. Like, I have friends who don't get along with other friends, and I'm like, oh, I like you both. I think
that's very, that's a very, I guess, commonplace example. That's true.
Yeah.